Hey there viewers, Hobo4Craft aka MrHobo, bringing you guys another StarCraft 2 Shoutcast. Today we're going to be representing another ex-Warcraft 3 pro. I'll always have a little spot in my heart for them. It will be E.G. Demuslim at the 12 o'clock position here on GSL Terminus 3, and he will be the Blue Terran versus his opponent, Empire Violet, with a very enthusiastic good luck, have fun. We'll be spawning at about the 9 o'clock position here on Terminus Re. Empire Violet, of course, a very good Korean Zerg. Demuslim, however, has been playing very well lately, and I don't want to give any spoilers away, but he's been doing very well in the MLG qualifiers. And this is actually the first game in, I think, a best of 7 series from the most recent IM. I want to say Sao Paulo, but I don't know if that's correct. Anywho, I don't think I'll be casting the whole series, but just this game, maybe give you guys a little taste. Hopefully encourage you guys to go watch the rest of the series. I'm sure it's a good one. But we have a very normal opening. We will get this wall off started from Demuslim. And Violet is, you know, I really like when the Zerg does go and scout with a drone. It's a very safe thing to do, and obviously you get that information that you really want. Some Zergs only go with an Overlord scout, which is actually quite risky, so it's really something you should incorporate into your play as a Zerg. We are getting that 15 hatch, most likely followed by a 15 or a 16 spawning pool. And Violet is going to be scouting around, keeping this drone alive as long as possible. Pretty crucial. You'll know gases for one, which you will see there is a gas coming down, so we can expect reactored Hellions at least. And you can, you know, scout out how many Marines do come down, and you can actually steal gas, which will disable your opponent from going from any heavy gas type of build, such as Banshees, or maybe 2 factory tank really early. Unusual, but still viable, and especially when you're at close positions, close distance positions on this map, you know, anything can happen, so it's just a very safe thing to do. But we do have this gas up, we have the spawning pool about halfway done, so he's going to get metabolic boost just about as soon as this pool finishes. It's a very tight build. And see, now Violet, when he has this extractor, he can just keep canceling and remaking it, denying this gas for actually quite a substantial time. And it takes at least 3 Marines or 2 Marines in an SCV to actually kill an extractor. So it's really annoying and limiting for the Terran. Now we can see Demuslim's doing the correct thing. He's going for a command center. He probably wanted to do this anyway, but he also built it out of the range of vision of that extractor. So he's playing pretty smart here. You know, 1 barracks command center opening is really common, so nothing out of the ordinary here. Firstlings of Violet are popping at the normal time, and he will be sending these out to scout. Well, we have a little task force here from Demuslim, and it's just 3 Marines, so this isn't something really serious. The SCV does go down. 1 of the Marines, we will probably make it 2 pretty soon here, and all 3 of these Marines actually go down, and that was not actually a very good trade. For Demuslim, he lost 50 to 100 more minerals than his opponent, and the least amount you want to do is at least make your opponent make more Zerglings to deny a higher drone count, and he really didn't achieve that because his pressure was really weak, and Violet did not feel threatened at all. So Demuslim, I've seen him have better control. I guess Violet just made the perfect amount of Zerglings, and he sat around in that SCV pretty well. We do have this barracks actually does have the reactor, but he's not swapping it just yet with the factory. Maybe he doesn't even want reactored Hellions, and that would make sense because he can get a lot of Marines going out, and he probably just might want to throw down a tech lab on this factory and start producing some tanks. You know, skip this middleman altogether. A lot of Terrans actually just swap it and then swap it right back later, so you know, he doesn't want a lot of Hellions in this game, obviously. We have this nice spine crawler thrown down, and now we can really just sit back and drone up And that's exactly what he's doing. He's making a roach nest, and Violet will be really safe from any early pressure such as this that might decide to head on over. Finally floating the command center over is a Demuslim. It is an orbital. It's very common to see the command center morphed into an orbital first, just so you can get that mule out into your main. It makes economic sense. Violet taking a little bit of map control, wants to get a Xel'Naga. Very smart, see any impending danger. And we're actually getting a lot of roaches and a baneling nest from Violet, and I don't see any more drones being produced. And I think we all know what this means. It's going to be a very strong all-in push. Now, I try to use the term all-in scarcely, but if this doesn't really work, then a counterattack is really easy from the Terrans. So this is going to be a pretty heavy-duty push right here. And I think Demuslim just might know that it is coming. There are a lot of banelings being morphed. He might have seen that. He does have this wall coming up. He might want to start making more bunkers. And yeah, he's doing just that. And it's so smart because these bunkers, well actually these bunkers won't be able to reach close to the supply depot, so he will not have to waste banelings on it. And I don't know if Demuslim is going to be able to hold this. He's actually wasting a couple banelings right now, and I think he's going to get in here before all of these bunkers finish, and Demuslim is just so exposed. He is walking in without any type of conflict whatsoever, and Violet is just rolling over Demuslim. Demuslim has no defense except for this one bunker. It did just finish. He is able to get into it. He needs to start repairing this as soon as possible. More and more lings just streaming in, and Demuslim is going to fight back up into his main, but now the Zerglings are leaking in, and he stood no chance. He's going to call it a good game. Wow, that was a pretty spontaneous, decision there by Violet. Just say, okay, throwing down the Roach Warren, throwing down the Baneling Nest. It's actually, this is a really good push, especially on a shorter length, positioning. And, he really just took advantage of it. So, well played. Demuslim did not get these bunkers up in time, and they're a little bit misplaced. He was playing a little bit greedy. And Violet just capitalized. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like, you can catch the rest of the replays on sc2rep.com. This is Hobo4Craft signing out.